this press conference in order that we will see a united stand of the minority group in the Senate on the various issues confronting us. So it is best that we have no opening statement. We're willing to answer any and all questions from the press. As you are aware, we have filed also resolution number 390, which resolution calls for the convening of Congress in joint session and deliberate on Proclamation 216. We note that the resolution 388, which expresses the sense of the Senate, does not call for a joint session, for which reason the minority cannot support resolution 388, which is filed by 15 senators.
Dagdag po dyan, yung majority resolution nga ay silent tungkol sa joint session. Sinasabi lang nila na sinusuportahan nila yung deklarasyon ng martial law at tingin nila hindi kailangan i-revoke yung deklarasyon. Para sa amin, yung mga puntong yan ay pwede at dapat lumabas sa joint session. Dagdag pa po doon, sa tansya namin, may mga bahagi ng majority resolution na pabor din sa joint session. At hinihikayat namin silang sumuporta sa aming resolution na nananawagan para sa joint session, yung pagtupad sa aming constitutional obligation na timbangin yung deklarasyon ni Presidente at i-exercise yung check and balance powers namin bilang separate at co-equal branch of government.
Siguro just to add, no, we're calling for the joint session because primarily it's our constitutional requirement. Sa tingin po namin, kinakailangan po ito base sa ating konstitusyon. Pangalawa, the joint session provides a venue for the public to be able to hear for themselves yung mga rason at plano ng ating security managers regarding the declaration of martial law. Palagay ho namin, mahalaga na yung iba sa mga narinig po namin kahapon, dapat po marinig rin ng taong bayan. And the mechanism para magkaroon po ng paraan na yan is through the joint session. So we feel that it's important that the public is given that opportunity na kaharap po, no, through the representatives of the people, which are your senators and congressmen, makaharap po nila yung security managers para ma-explain yung mga rason, yung mga plano, and of course to get the commitment of the security managers, which we, in fairness, received yesterday, that they will abide by the Constitution, the rules of court, and the rule of law. No? Palagay ko po, yung narinig namin kahapong commitment from the secretaries and from the AFP that they will abide by the Constitution, mahalaga rin marinig ng taong bayan in a joint session, no, in a transparent and public venue.
But sir, you're saying pwede yung gawin separately ng House and Senate. Ba't okay lang pa yung joint session?
Well, dahil yun ang sinasabi ng saligang batas. Kasi ang sinasabi sa saligang batas, joint session and both houses voting jointly. No? At may Supreme Court ruling din, yung Fortune case na nagsasabi, na as far as the joint session of Congress is concerned, it is automatic. To distinguish it from a case that is brought before the Supreme Court, which has to be initiated. In other words, yung joint session of Congress need not be initiated, it must be automatic. Precisely because napakatindi ng extraordinary powers ng Presidente sa martial law, milyon-milyon ang apektado dahil nga sa dami ng saklaw ng proklamasyon, and therefore nararapat lamang na magkaroon ng official proceeding at mayroong public record sa pag-uusap nitong martial law declaration na ito.
Well, i-qualify ko lang, no, before we answer that. Itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon na issue, hindi to ibig sabihin ay kinokontra natin yung efforts ngayon sa Marawi. All of us, unanimous ang suporta sa AFP sa pagsugpo na Maute. Let us be clear on that. We also recognize the gravity of the situation there. Ang kailangan pag-usapan lang is kung ito bang martial law in Mindanao, ay kung ito ba yung proportionate response o yung tamang response dapat ng gobyerno. So, yung AFP kasi, with or without martial law, talagang susugpuin nila yung kalaban at base dun sa briefing kahapon, talagang very, very confident kami na kayang-kaya ito ng AFP. So, yun yung pinag-uusapan ngayon itong joint session, aside sa mandato ito ng Constitution, dito dapat being representatives of the people, mache-check natin yung powers ng presidente. Alam mo sa akin, personally, hindi ako nangangamba na mag-aabuso yung AP dahil professional na yung AP ngayon. Nangangamba ako na mag-abuso si Duterte mismo. Yun po.
Doon lang sa tanong na may time pa ba? Although the legislative calendar ends actually Friday, technically, a joint session of Congress to hear or to deliberate on the declaration of martial law is not bound or covered by the legislative calendar. It can go beyond that, provided that it is agreed by both houses that there will be a specific set of a schedule, no, to the assembly, to the joint session.
Kaya yun po yung urgency nung minority resolution. Dahil kung sa session nitong kasalukuyang session hanggang bukas. So habang sitting in session na kami, pinipilit namin mula sa minorya na mag-joint session ang Senado at saka ang House. At may president po yan, yung 2009 na deklarasyon ng martial law ni dating Pangulong Macapagal Arroyo. Ito mismong Senado kasama ng House noon ay nag-joint session. At marami po silang took to the floor to put on record. Yung iba po sa kanila ay miyembro pa rin ng Senado ngayon, miyembro ng mayorya, pinut on record po nila na constitutional duty mag-joint session, na magsiset ito ng importanteng president para sa mga susunod na posibleng pagdeklara ng martial law. So, walang dahilan na ibahin ang prinsipyo na tatayuan ng Senado ngayon. Kaya, mamaya, ay igigiit po namin ang aming minority resolution na dapat magdaos ng joint session. At sa tingin ko po, walang ibang panahon para gawin yon habang nakaupo pa kami, kundi bukas. Na-appreciate ko po yung briefing na ibinigay sa aming lahat sa Senado ng Armed Forces kahapon hanggang kagabi. At gaya ng sinabi ni Sensani, patuloy naming ina-appreciate din yung kabayanihan ng ating mga sundalo at pulis na sumusugpo sa Maute sa Marawi. Pero yung briefing pa rin ay hindi pa rin na-exhaust o na-settle yung mga grave concerns at mga tanong. Isa na po yan, kung kinailangan ba talagang martial law. Gaya ng sinabi din kanina, mismong ang mga nag-briefing sa amin ay umami na kaya nilang sugpuin ang Maute sa Marawi kahit walang martial law. Nga lang, nakapag-desisyon na si Presidente. Obligado silang mag-implementa. So all the more importante na i-check and balance namin iyon mula sa Kongreso. Kung tama po yung alaala ko, si Secretary Lorenzana ay nagsabi noon. Pero siya rin po ang nag-affirm na dahil nagdesisyon na si Presidente, hindi muna dumaan sa calling out powers of the President, hindi muna sinuspend lamang yung privilege of the writ of habeas corpus, pero dumiretso sa martial law ay obligado na silang i-implementa ito. All the more, kailangan na mag-joint session.
When asked, the security official said hindi sila yung nagrekomenda.
All of these questions really points to the need for a open joint session where the hearing can be done para po for transparency. Yesterday, first it was a closed-door briefing. Of course, we sought the permission of the caucus and everybody agreed. Many of those mentioned were contained in the report. Now, but there is one particular issue which Senator Trillanes just mentioned. The question was asked pointedly by Senator Trillanes, can we contain Maute without martial law? The answer of Secretary Lorenzana was, yes, we can.
In fact, in fairness to those who presented yesterday, napanatag yung loob namin na kaya talaga ng AFP masugpo yung problemang ito. No? That I will say as much. No? We were comforted by their presentation and that their assurance na within the next few days, within the week, they should be able to bring Marawi and Lanao del Sur to normalcy. That was a commitment, and they've said that already in press briefings. No? Now, ang tanong dyan is, pag natapos na yung bakbakan at bumalik na tayo sa normalcy, sa Marawi at Lanao del Sur, kailangan pa ba yung martial law? Kasi by the time that we have this joint session, if our colleagues will agree, maybe by that time, tapos na po yung firefighting na nangyayari. Maybe it will already be time to lift the declaration of martial law. And mahalaga na malaman din yung taong bayan. We also yesterday talked about a lot of misinformation going around. Whether it's social media or traditional media, paminsan-minsan po, mali talaga yung mga balitang umiikot. No? Sometimes sinasadya, sometimes hindi naman po sinasadya. But there's a lot of information going around na mali. And the joint session, I think, will also address that. Ma-address po yung concern na yon na may fake news, may misinformation na umiikot. Again, sometimes sinasadya, sometimes hindi. But to hear it straight from our security managers, palagay ko po, importante yun sa taong bayan na marinig mismo nila and that they can propose questions through their representatives who are the congressmen and the senators. No?
I-add ko lang, just to be clear. Dahil part ng fake news na yon ay nililink daw ako, si Senator Bam, yung Magdalo, Congressman Elihano, LP, sa Maute. So tinanong namin directly si Secretary Lorenzana kung meron silang credible information about it sa intelligence. Sabi niya, wala daw katotohanan yon at nare-receive daw nilang ganung information, hindi raw nila pinansin, hindi raw totoo yon. So just to be clear.
Even ako, not even just that but even yung reports on the violence that's happening, yung facilities na kinuha o hindi kinuha, kung may nabehead o hindi nabehead, marami ko talaga misinformation na umiikot. And it's important that we hear it straight from the security managers po natin kung ano talaga yung nangyayari on the ground. No? And the best venue for that would be a joint session such that it's already in our constitution, no? Nakalagay po yung mekanismo. At pagtulak ho namin ito ay para matupad po kung ano yung nakalagay sa ating konstitusyon.
Let's not jump into that. That's why we're asking for a joint session in order to hear all these views under oath. That's the difference. We will be hearing testimonies under oath. We don't want to jump into any conclusion at this point.
dereliction of duty daw na possible na maging subject of a petition eventually. Ano po ba yung mga implications?
Well, I would like to think that we are not fulfilling our role and our duty in the Constitution. And whether there are administrative sanctions, hindi ko pa napapag-aralan yun. Pero merong political consequences yun. Obviously, as public leaders, we will have to answer to our voters as to whether or not we are fulfilling our duties as mandated under the Constitution and as we have sworn to uphold and defend, no, the Constitution. So sa ganung klaseng paraan, meron talagang masasabi kong kakulangan na hindi namin itinulak o hindi namin ipinatupad ang aming mga tungkulin sa ilalim ng ating saligang batas at ang aming oath of office.
Pag hindi mangyari yan, then
You've just seen the media briefing of members of the Senate Minority Bloc. The Senate Minority Bloc filed a resolution to convene a joint session of Congress to discuss the declaration of President Duterte of March.
Supreme Court raising an issue the factual basis of martial law. And the Supreme Court must decide on that within 30 days from the filing of the petition. That is a very, this constitutional provision is a result of the situation during the 1972 martial law when the court refused to review the factual basis of the martial law declaration because it was a political question. Now this constitution specifically mandates the Supreme Court to rule on the factual basis of the declaration within 30 days from the time the petition is filed.
Ang sinusulong po namin sa minorya ay magkaroon ng joint session. Pag nakakahiyangan na kailangan pa naming mag-file ng resolusyon para lang gawin namin ng buong kongreso ang aming trabaho. At kung ang lumabas sa joint session ay hindi lang yung magandang guidelines na mayroon ang DND at AFP na itinataguyod pa rin nila ang 1987 Constitution kasama ang lahat ng safeguards para sa civil liberties kahit sa ilalim ng martial law. Kung hindi mapanatag ang loob namin sa loob ng joint session na yan na laman ng minority resolution, mapanatag ang loob namin sa mga sinasabi ni Presidente na pwede pa ring mag-raid, o search, pwede pa ring mag-aresto ng walang warrant, mang-rape na makatatlo, aaminin kong akin yan. Pag hindi mas-settle yung mga lumalabas na mistulang policy pronouncements ni Presidente tungkol sa kanyang martial law, ay hindi ko makita ang sarili ko na sinusuportahan ang deklarasyon. At kung ang choice lamang ay pagsuporta sa deklarasyon o pag-revoke sa deklarasyon, pag it comes to a vote, boboto ako para sa revocation.
So just in case na iba sura yung panawagan for joint session, willing kayong mag-initiate kayo ng petition sa Supreme Court minority?
Well, napag-usapan initially yan, hindi pa namin na-finalize. Bukas kami, pero tingnan natin kung anong magiging resulta nitong debate.
Sinabi nyo na, Senator Tigo, sinabi nyo na during the caucus din, napag-usapan yung hinihingi nyo na joint session ng mga kasama nyo.
Hindi na pag-usapan.
Or at least, nabanggit nyo sa ilan sa mga kasama nyo from the majority. Na-invite nyo ba sila in the first place to support your resolution?
Nung dinadraft po namin yung minority resolution na ngayon Senate Resolution 390, nag-reach out po kami sa ilang miyembro ng majority na nagsabi, nung una pa lang pagkadeklara ni Presidente, na nagsabing ina-anticipate nila yung joint session at handa silang bumoto tungkol sa deklarasyon ayon sa pag-appreciate naming lahat ng ulat ni Presidente. So nag-reach out po kami sa kanila. Kaya sinabi ko nga po kanina, sa tansya namin, may mga miyembro ng mayorya na kabilang sa majority resolution na kanila talagang tingin sinusuportahan nila yung deklarasyon, tingin nila hindi kailangan i-revoke, pero gusto pa rin nilang gawin yung proseso ng joint session na punot dulo ng minority resolution namin. Mga 7.
So, sir, ma'am, ano yung pumipigil? Pito, bakit hindi sila open pa na bibigay ng support sa order?
Yung sa akin lang, kuha ko lang, siguro it's the pressure of the majority. Pero just going back sa point mo, Jam, regarding yung dereliction of duty, palagay ko pagka hindi talaga natuloy itong joint session, kung merong mag-file sa ombudsman ng dereliction of duty, ang mananagot dito would be the Speaker of the House, yung Senate President, at those who openly express their opinion na hindi kailangan ng joint session.
Baka ayaw nilang madikit sa minority at maging biktima sila ng fake news.
Nakaargumento mo kasi nila is, mag-joint session lang, kung ang inclination is to revoke, to ask for its revocation, eh, hindi naman po yun ang sense daw ng majority ng House and Senate, so it will be a futile exercise daw po kung mag-joint session.
First, how do you establish the sense?
Until you
Until you convene.
So dito may resolution sila, 15 senators supporting.
Well, precisely, but that is the Senate and the House separately discussing it. Number one. Number two, what if somebody wants to revoke in a joint session? How will he now or she make the vote known or make the intentions known when you don't convene? O di wala. Ibig sabihin, wala nang boses ang minority. This is anti-democratic for an institution like Congress not to convene the joint session to deliberate precisely what is a very serious extraordinary power of the executive department. So basically that we have to convene, even if it's ministerial, di ba? I mean, assuming for the sake of argument, talagang 101% bobotong pabor, we still have to convene. There still has to be a public proceeding, and there still has to be a record of the proceeding, because that is, well, we are doing official acts, and this is mandated by the Constitution.
If I may add lang, no? Hindi tayo pwede mag-shortcut. Yung mga shortcut sa bansa natin, yun yung nagdudulot ng masasamang bagay. No? Ayaw natin mag-shortcut yung AFP, ayaw natin mag-shortcut yung PNP. Bakit tayo mag-shortcut? Di ba? For the sake of, kasi yun na rin yun eh. Di ba? Hindi naman pwede yun. And our position is that this is part of our constitutional mandate. Gawin natin. Now, yung isang hindi na pag-uusapan is the benefit to the public. Mahalaga sa aming palagay that a session like that, which is open to the public and transparent and under oath, yung mga security managers, mahalaga na matupad yon para sa publiko. Again, precisely because maraming ang misinformation ngayon, maraming magkakasalungat at contradictory na mga statements na nagaganap. Kailangan natin yan for the public. And ayaw namin pangunahan kung ano yung magiging resulta. Because the result at this point is secondary to the process na kailangan to pa rin because it is part of our constitutional mandate.
Just very quickly, it is not only mandated in the Constitution, it is also mandated because of legislative precedent, and it is also mandated because the Supreme Court has ruled na ang joint session of Congress to hear a martial or to deliberate on a martial law declaration is automatic. So tatlo na ho yun ang basis para kinakailangan i-convene ang joint session.
Saka interesante po pag binasa nyo yung proceedings ng 1986 Constitutional Commission, nagkaroon pa sila ng diskusyon noon kung kailangan ba 2/3 ng Senate at House voting jointly o simple majority lang para aprubahan o i-revoke ang isang declaration of martial law. Nagkasundo sila kahit simple majority na lang kasi ina-anticipate nila na baka yung mga enemies of the state, andun yun sa transcript of records ng CONCOM of 1986, baka daw yung enemies of the state ay pipigilin yung mga senador at kinatawan na makapag-convene in joint session, so sitting together para mag-deliberate. So meron silang ganong sense of urgency na kung isang critical na sitwasyon at least na hindi idedemand na 2/3 ang magdesisyon sa deklarasyon ng presidente, sapat na yung simple majority. So, sitting jointly, convening jointly.
So what do we expect this afternoon? Magugutuhan mo dun sa resolution you're calling for?
The resolution of the minority is in the calendar. The resolution signed by 15 senators is not in the calendar, expressing the sense of the Senate. So, sorry? Well, yeah.
So considering may about 7 majority senators plus 5 minority, so do you have the numbers?
We'll see when it's called for a vote.
Thank you.